this show to light so that we as a people can understand exactly what is going on in the world today, so that we can conversate about the hardships that we face in this world. And I came to think about this week, and I had to think about this, and I thought to myself, and I was like, how can we change this nation if we don't teach the uneducated? If the uneducated are not taught and we keep educating the educated, then what can we expect? What can we expect? Can we expect crime to change? Can we expect society to change? No, we cannot. This is the job of every single citizen inside this nation, is to help people and help the next. So if that's the case, how can we say we're helping if we're only helping like-minded people that's doing the same thing that we're doing? We have to stand up as Americans and as people inside this world. We have to stand up and fight for what is fair, what is right. And if we don't, what makes us different? What makes us different from the person who pulls out the gun and shoots that person? If you do not educate that person and give that person a different reason other than pulling out that gun and shooting that person. This is what we are faced with in society every single day, is hungry people, hungry to get something that they've never had before. So if that's the case, we have a job to do, and that is to help them understand how to get what they desire. Until that happens, we're going to be in the same boat. Innocent people are going to keep getting killed for no reason. People are going to get robbed. Drugs are going to get sold. Your daughters, your sons, they're going to get on drugs, possibly. And that's the factors of this nation. This is what we face. The more and more time goes by, the worse society is becoming. Women are becoming looser and looser, and men are thirstier and thirstier. They're chasing and paying for things that normally in society come for free. Love should be for free, no matter you're man or female. But yet and still today it has a dollar sign behind it. So I'm here today to ask people to think about change and real change. Now I'm going to start this show.
I know the sounds, man.
Hello, this is Ali Major. Welcome to the Gag-Order, a show about the pitfalls people in society face on a daily basis. This show is dedicated to inspire change and encourage growth through conversation. Knowledge is king. Here on the Gag-Order, we believe the only way for us as a nation to unite is to talk about the issues affecting and plaguing this nation. And through conversation, we as a people can come to an understanding and prevent these issues from keeping us down. This show is sponsored by Seven Sun Entertainment. Find them for your next big project. Jinx, how can we find you online?
Oh Lord, really? I guess really the only choice you go find me on is Mama Bear Don't Care on Instagram. Really it right now.
Oh, I'm digging that. Mama Bear don't care. Okay. Tatman T, please give me all your credentials, man. I saved you for last because I know you got a couple.
That nigga a bunch of them.
Oh yeah, where you at?
I can't hear you. Your sound is off. Your microphone is completely off. Thank you very much.
Listen, everybody
I
got
don't
a
see him
blooper
on here.
moment, right? Everybody got a blooper moment.
Lord.
I had mine. That was my blooper moment.
We gonna get it right one of these
Listen,
days, y'all. I promise you.
What had
My
happened
friend
was
can't get right.
Nah, for real though.
Yeah,
It's at Tatman T everywhere, man. I'm on Xbox, I'm on IG, I'm on Facebook, I'm on
he get him.
everything.
He get back in.
So
That nigga everywhere.
Alright,
everywhere.
so
I'm
when he-
everywhere. You ain't
when
never
he show
there.
up,
Y'all
we
feel
gonna
me?
find out more about him.
Okay. All right. So I do have a question for you guys, and I'm gonna start the show like this. All right. So I spoke about change. What do you guys think needs to be done for change? What needs to be done for change? I spoke my piece. Speak yours.
I think first and foremost is awareness. Like some people honestly don't even realize that change is possible. Like some people are just so stuck in their shit and so stuck in their ways and their life that they don't even stop to think that change is possible. Awareness, number one.
Okay. Okay. I want you to elaborate a little more on that though, Jenks.
I mean, like some people literally are just so set in all their ways, their day to day life,
Okay.
that the way that they do their habits, life habits. Like
Yep.
he was talking about last week. It really comes down to every single choice you make. Like
Okay.
there, and some people
Word.
choose to make the same choices every day, all day, because they're used to that result. That's comfortable for them. They're all right living like that. But people got to get to that point. That's the key right there. You want it. People got to get to that point where they don't like that life no more. They don't like something how they whatever it may be. Is something's going to spark that change when they uncomfortable.
That's right. Uncomfortability is become a
Yeah,
norm for me. For
yeah.
me, it has. I need one more. Let me see. Tony, I really want to hear you, and I want you to express to people what you think it takes for change, bruh.
I mean, in my opinion, coming from my lifestyle and my point of view of things, I feel like everybody needs to study on unity, loyalty. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you can't be true to yourself, how can you be true to anything else? You feel me? So it's like instead of because in certain ways it might seem like it's something else, but really it's not. You know what I'm saying? So people shouldn't feed into the negative part of the situation before they really get the true aspect of what's going on. You know
Okay.
what I'm saying?
Okay. And so, in your eyes, does loyalty still exist?
Shit, no, man, rare as fuck. You know what I'm saying? Like it's rare you gonna
Mm.
see somebody loyal. You know what I'm saying? Everybody
Got you.
got hidden agendas. You know what I'm saying? The world is stuck on if I can't get
That
nothing out of it, I'm not doing that. You know what I'm
That's
saying?
true.
That's not
That's
right.
true.
That's not right. You know what I'm saying? You
I
shouldn't look.
felt like T. I felt like T had an interjection right there. Like he was gonna say something to go against what you're talking about. So T, go ahead, spill that.
Not necessarily go against. Um, I feel that loyalty. I wouldn't say it's no longer here. I would definitely agree that it is extremely rare, though.
Yeah, man. It's like
Like,
diamond in the rough, nigga. You know what I'm
don't
saying?
nobody like the way I am when I say I'm 100, or when I say if I know you, I go for you type. You know what I'm saying? Type of thing. Like you know me, Tony know me. You know what I'm saying? Like if I say I'm with you, I'm 100% with you, no matter what. Now I ain't gonna tell you nothing wrong. You know what I'm saying? People gonna do what they gonna do, and if I'm loyal and I'm with you, as
But
a man, I've learned that you know what I'm saying. You can't really tell grown men what to do, but if you if you're a solid person and people kind of respect what you got to say, you always got an opportunity to lead somebody right. So when I say I'm loyal, bro, I've seen these newer generation, like I don't want to say kids or jits, but that's pretty much what they are to me. But I seen these jits do some stuff that when I was coming up, my people, my circle, we never did, man. Like seeing people eat and your man's ain't got no food. Like that shit crazy to me. Like this new
yeah,
generation of
I hate
unloyal little neglects and shit like
I
that.
hate
I
to
don't
cut
know
you
what's
off,
going
bro,
on with them.
but
Hold up, Tony. Hold up, Tony. Hold up. Let him finish his statement right quick. Are you
Nah,
done, T?
that's it. I
I
just,
can't
All
even
I
right, let
just,
me
see.
I
hear that. Let
just.
me hear that, Tony. Oh, what you say,
it's
Jinx?
I
like
can't even see or hear T.
You can't hear T? Okay,
No.
I hear him. I hear him. I
yeah, I
think he
hear
got sound. All right, what you say,
but
Tony?
it's like, you know what I'm saying, what the world doesn't do no more, they don't think for themselves. You know what I'm saying? You got a world
Facts,
full of followers. You know what I'm saying? They want to be
facts.
like Mike. They want to be like Spike. They want to be like motherfucking LeBron. You know what I'm saying? Nigga, be yourself. You know what I'm saying? That's where the true change comes from. Learning yourself.
Mm.
I particularly think that I particularly think loyalty is dead, man. True loyalty is dead. I mean, it's rare and few in between. Like you might get it's really, really rare. And I think people are out for an agenda today. I also think running off on the plug is a total is a totally. I
Hey,
think
shout out to
that's what
Plies, man.
Why
He done
you
ran
throw
off
that
on the
in there?
plug
Why
two,
you
three,
gotta
four
throw that in
times,
there?
man.
I think that's where they fucked up at. I think for real,
Oh
greed
my
has
god.
stopped them because after you rob that plug that one time, where's your next food coming from? Do you have
They
somewhere to
don't
keep
think
it
that
going?
far though.
Understand that, but that's the most dumbest thing that they could do. You know what I mean? It's like fool's gold. You get money for a second, but yet still you're broke the next. As soon as it's gone, you're over.
Hey,
So I definitely think loyalty is dead, and I agree. I agree with T, Tony, and Jinx on that right there. Loyalty is becoming a thing of the past. And uh another thing of the past. I think. Do you guys feel? What do you guys feel What do you guys feel about how relationships move today?
mm,
It's powered by social media,
I mean,
like everything
relationships
else.
are always
bro, full of
going.
followers, bro.
That's what
Followers? No, come on, come on, come on. Let me hear that. I want to hear that. What you mean followers? What's going on?
You know what I'm saying? They see something on Instagram, they see something on Facebook. They're like, oh, they doing this, they doing that. Like, I'm not them. We're not them. You know what I'm
Relationship
saying?
goals.
But
They
but
have
that's but that's
everybody
but
have
that's
their
how
own
women wanted
situation.
it the whole time. That's how they wanted it the whole time. So it's like
nah,
that. Like they
Yeah,
want
nah.
now for real.
but
Jinx, let
it's
me
on
ask you a
both.
question.
It's on
Do
It's
you
both
like
like
to an
walks on the
extent,
beach?
like thinking about. Of course, I love walks on the beach, but that's beside the point. Like to an extent, all little girls when they little got that whole princess agenda going on. Like, you know what I mean?
And
right.
But
that
once
doesn't
they get
follow
to
through
be
adulthood?
grown, what happened?
That doesn't follow through adulthood?
Fairy tale
No,
like that. They
No.
stick with it. They stick
nah,
with
Okay.
it.
I'd
not
love
with
to
all
gag
women.
that. I'd
Nah,
love to gag that, but I'm gonna let that go. I'd
nah.
love to gag that, but I'm gonna let that go. See, give me
Nah.
your insight.
So that's gonna be a whole nother show right there. I
No,
can
it's not.
feel
No, it's
that.
not. We talking right now. I want to hear your
Yeah,
answer.
yeah. So
I can't hear you.
relationships, like I said, listen, I feel like it's all powered by social media. And that's just me looking at my surroundings because
Okay.
everybody living their phone, everybody living in their devices. You know what I'm saying? I'm speaking from experience. I live in my devices too. Like they know me. Like I'm a technology person. I love everything that if it do something new, I want it. You know what I'm saying? So I'm a victim of it too. However, being the 80s baby, I feel like we were cusp babies, if you will. You know what I'm saying? We was on the cusp of the new technology and the cusp of the old ways. So we like here and we looking at all these newbies coming out here just doing shit that we couldn't even fathom getting away with, but we understand. But that's I feel like that's a gift and a curse because I mean at the same time it's like this relationship shit crazy now. Like people date online for real, for real. Like that shit used to be a joke, but now they really do this. Like they really find people from anywhere in the world, talk to them
Got
online, and
Uber dates, nigga.
I'm
you know what
saying,
I'm
man.
saying?
Listen,
Like
listen. Then you don't end up with the neighborhood girl, man.
you gonna
See,
end up with the neighborhood girl
That's
regardless.
a city girl,
You
nigga.
gonna end up with the neighborhood girl
neighborhood. It's
regardless.
Like
not
See,
your neighborhood.
that's the whole
but
time,
listen,
nigga.
That's the whole
listen.
point of it. That's the whole point of it. It's not your neighborhood.
To move
Yo,
from one
I wish I know what
locality
you said.
to
Nah,
another
yo,
locality, to
But
move from one locality to another
yo,
locality, right?
yo.
You could be the neighborhood girl here and go over there and be Virgin Mary and
the,
shit. You know what I'm
the
saying?
neighborhood
And
girl then meets new guys too. So it works both ways. The internet works for men and women. It introduces them to new people
Yeah,
that they never would have met before.
very
So
well.
I'm in agreement with that. I'm in agreement with that for
yeah,
multiple
That's
reasons.
dangerous.
like I
It
said,
is
it's a gift
dangerous.
and a
But,
curse.
but you
That's
roll
It's
dangerous.
good
dice
and
as you
bad.
go through life. How much dangerous shit have you done through life? Let me ask you a question, Tony. You've been incarcerated before. You ever have relationships incarceration while you're incarcerated?
Fuck no.
No.
Listen,
Okay. I'm the type to tell them to go ahead. I can't do nothing for them, so I would rather them go ahead and live their
I'd rather
life.
stomp your that's another thing. We gonna talk
No, say what you want to say.
about.
I want to hear that. I want to hear that.
I don't want to put
Nigga
nobody out in the
would,
world. I
bro.
just know
You
people.
feel me? Like, you know
No,
what
I
I'm
can't
saying?
hear you. Speak up, Tony.
It's like, nigga, I had my girl, on the outside, but
Yep.
as far as like me trying to shack up with another
Oh no, no,
motherfucker.
no! I'm talking about your girl on the outside. Yeah, your girl being on the
Oh
outside, you
yeah, yeah,
incarcerated.
yeah,
That's a
yeah,
hard
yeah.
ass relationship, ain't it?
Yeah, that's a hard ass
It's a
relationship.
hard pill to swallow, ain't it?
Absolutely.
Like you can't trust
Absolutely.
nothing, nigga.
So,
Like
so, so, so,
every
so,
day you think it's
so.
something
Once
wrong.
again, there goes your loyalty treatment.
Mm.
That goes back to it's a needle in the haystack. It's hard to find.
Yeah, nigga, because you and T personally know what the fuck I went through in prison.
Nah, yeah, I understand, but
Man,
we get it,
We
we
ain't
get
gonna
it,
talk about
we get
all
it.
that,
We
but
don't got to.
we ain't gonna we
We
ain't
got to
even
put
finna
people
go
up in
down
this,
that
this
rabbit
type of show.
hole.
But yet
like,
still, I just want to know the hardships that you encounter from prison to the world with relationships. See, in the world we have relationships
yeah,
too, and I want people to
nigga,
understand that in the world we have relationships. But when you are incarcerated and you have a
it's like
relationship, it is
It's
20 times
different.
harder than
It's
it
so
is when you're in the
different.
world.
if I
It's so
did not
different.
start to
Hold on,
find
yeah,
myself, if I
uh
did
huh.
not start to find myself in prison, you know what I'm saying? I'm telling it like on God, love the truth. I'm telling the truth. If I did not try to find myself in prison, and when I came home, I would have buried a couple of motherfuckers, bro. Like that's how hurt I was. You feel me?
That's a
The
Facts.
pain. That's
blanket.
a pain people know nothing
You know what I'm saying?
of. Is when your heart gets ripped from you, and then they keep beating you while your heart's being ripped from your
Like you
chest.
can't do nothing
While you
about it.
behind them
You know what I'm saying?
bars.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Woo.
Definitely, definitely,
You
definitely.
can't do nothing about it. You feel
And
me?
then when you lash out, they put you in a smaller cell. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? You know what I'm
nigga. You
saying?
know
You
what
are
I'm
in
saying?
a six
And,
nine, but then
and
they put
piss
you in a
you off
smaller one if you fuck up even
and take
worse.
your blanket. You know what I'm saying? Now you
Take
that's your
take
boxers and some
everything. Now you in the
socks.
cold. Now you in the cold.
Yeah, nigga on that hard
Yeah,
steel
you gotta wear
cold
your
bed
you gotta do your day room
and that
outfit
shit
just to
still
keep
beat.
warm. I get it. I
Nigga,
get the point.
nigga. You
You
know what I'm
wear your
saying?
uniform
Like,
of the day to keep you as a blanket. I get it.
yeah, nigga.
T and Jinx, this question is for you. Um,
I really
you
wish I could
both are
see this.
parents. You both are
Yeah.
parents, and you both go through your hardships as parents. Now, when you both found yourself in trouble with the law, what type of shit did that breed in your family or your family unit?
All types of dysfunction. All types of dysfunction.
Well,
For
tell
real.
me about that, Jinx, because you're the one who spent a
Like,
little bit longer time. So, how did your kids act when you came out of prison?
well, it was my oldest, and it took her a minute to really trust anything I did. She was on my hip 24/7. Like she was worried that I was gonna be outside again, and I got it. Like I understood, and I showed her. It took a minute. It took me a minute to get my shit together and get her back. Thankfully, my grandmother took care of her while I was gone. And it changed us. It changed our dynamic. I mean, even to this day, she grown. Like got her
But she
kids of her
still
own.
hold it. But she still
She
hold
still
that in the
hold
back.
that. Oh,
Yep.
she hold that
Gotcha.
bad.
Hey,
She
Gotcha.
my
hold
dude.
that bad.
Gotcha. All right, T. Let me get it because T, I'm gonna let your situation be known. You weren't incarcerated for a long period of time, but the effects that your incarceration had or your imprisonment had was detrimental to your family unit. And I say that because I know you personally, and after that right there, it seemed like things got worse for you. So, can I learn? Can I know more about it?
Yo, when I first went to jail, I think it surprised everybody. um, it wasn't long. Not either time I went to jail was it long. I think the most I did in jail was 3 weeks or some shit like that. So I'm like really at the low end of the totem pole. But that first time, yeah, that shit was different. All that shit y'all just talked about with the loyalty, the heart, and all that shit, not trusting. Yo, I heard so much stuff. People was coming telling me this, telling me that, you know what I'm saying? And then coming home, it's the appearance of loyalty and love. You feel me? Because when you come home from behind them walls, whether it's county or prison, you got the appearance of niggas that's in your corner, women that's on your hip. You know what I'm saying? It's the appearance. But time tells all. Time heals all. Time tells all. And over time, where those people at now? You feel me? Like all those people that was in my face, all welcome back home. You know, we had the little party and shit. Shit, Tony's still here. You feel me? Like Tony's still here. That's about like you wasn't even you was I think you was yeah, you was gone during that time. You feel me? So
Yeah, he was already.
Tony's still here. I mean, I still know these
See that
people.
nigga
You
right
feel me?
there? It's because of that nigga right there.
I still know these people, but as far as
Hey, babe.
the camaraderie, the union, the brotherhood, all that shit
My
right
brown.
there, man. That shit was like hindsight is 2020, right? So in hindsight, that shit was fake. You feel me? So I don't know, man. Detrimental, yeah, I could say that. Or I could say it was a blessing in disguise because it showed me who was who. You feel me? It's all about perspective with me. I feel like if you take your perspective and keep it at a certain area, then everything will fall in place where it need to be. I've been that dude as long as I can remember, and I try and keep my perspective in a positive way. So in any situation, I'm looking for the positive, no matter how negative it looks on the outside. So, but yeah, it could have. I mean, I get it. You said it was detrimental, and I understand why. But I like to look at it as blessings in disguises because had it not been for that incarceration or the next, you feel me? I wouldn't be sitting here. I couldn't even tell you shit on this show. But you know what I'm saying? I still got my people. I know who love me and who don't. I know who love me unconditionally, and I know who love me with conditions attached.
Got you.
That
Got you. I thank you guys for sharing that right there. I know it might have been a little hard talking about your kids and how your experience was with them coming out of prison was, and I know you guys still face them issues today. I want people to understand that um, these laws and these justices we have against us, they they affect every aspect of our life, and I'm trying to show that different aspects of our lives have changed because we made bad decisions and we made bad decisions, but yet and still those decisions are based on what we needed for our life in society. A lot of us are. I can't speak for everybody because some people do horrendous things that was uncalled for, but for the most of people, we're not getting in trouble because we want to. It's because it takes 2 weeks to go to McDonald's and get a job and a paycheck, at least 2 weeks. But some people need to eat tonight. Their family needs to eat right now. They have
Yep.
kids crying, and they have to do something now. And these are
You
the,
feel me?
the problems that we face in America and the situations and hardships that we face as citizens. And I feel there should be no citizen that goes through that and be forced to choose that. You know, I spoke to Jenks earlier and I was talking about how our names and our birth certificates are actually are actually business entities, and how if you check on that business entity, you are owed money by this country.
Know your word.
And, but yet and still people do not fight or stand up and go for what they deserve in this country. And they owe us for privatizing us, but yet and still we don't stand as a nation. And this show is to help or to try to build us to stand as a nation. Because if we stand as one, there's nothing they can do about it. Um,
right, you right. But you see, people people in society are scared of little change. Little change. They ain't ready to take big, bold steps like that. These motherfuckers so comfortable in their shit in their in their life, in their ways, they not ready to jump like that. Ain't
Okay.
nobody ready to
Well,
jump like
well, then they should get used to their elementary schools getting run into by people and shooting everybody, and then they should get used to
all type of
pumping
crazy.
your gas and somebody coming up and robbing you at the
The
gas
sad,
station or shooting you
sad
at the
And
that
gas
thought
station. Then
he
they
do
should get
Robert
used to
Gang.
family. Then they should get used to family members dying on the regular. If they want to stay in that position, then that's just what will happen.
all right.
There's nothing else to it. It's either change or the same thing happens. Tony, what was you about to say? I didn't catch that.
The funeral home is a big business.
Absolutely.
For real.
Yep. In
Absolutely.
conjunction with the prisons and the jail. Big business.
I'm
Oh
talking
yeah.
Absolutely.
Big
about, and
business.
then, you know what I'm saying, like on my level, you know what I'm saying, because I'm an 8-time convicted felon. You don't believe me? Check my rap sheet. You feel me? Like it's hard to get a good job. You know what I'm saying? And
Especially
then
Yeah.
after
it's
you
like,
got that felony.
Yeah.
no matter where I go, I'm being stereotyped. I'm being looked at sideways because I'm a big black man. Used to be a drug dealer. Used to be. You know what I'm saying? It's like,
I went through medical training, paid for this shit, so I could get a better job, only to
and
be told that they would never give me a job because of my history.
right, and it's fucked
Yep.
up, man. It's
Like
fucked
what?
up. I served my
Nah,
time, and I still got to be treated like an animal.
for real.
You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
Like
For
I'm different.
Absolutely. That's the 13th Amendment. That's the
And
13th
that's how
Amendment.
people end up and that's how people end up in that relentless cycle of
real.
out trying to do good, falling back into their old ways, going back in. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? That that exact fact, because that's more than just a perception. That's
yeah,
reality. You know what I'm saying? That's a whole reality. That's way more than perception, way bigger than perception, and that's where that's where a lot of things need to change. Like if you're gonna send me or my people in for rehabilitation, which is what prison is supposed to be for, right? Whatever. Then let me get rehabilitated. Let me come the fuck back out. Let me have a clean slate. When you file
for
for
real.
bankruptcy, when you file for bankruptcy, okay, yeah, it look ugly on your shit for like a year or two, but after that, you a new person, new credit. I
It's a little
found
way longer than
you,
that.
Miss New. What? You know what I'm saying?
Hey,
So
I feel you.
T, prison and rehabilitation is a mirage. I can say this. I can say this
Absolutely.
for a fact.
I know.
I was gonna pull out my papers. See, I got a bunch of papers up here at my desk, and it's you know I got all my old prison records. So it's like they issued me a rehabilitation statement just like they do every person that's incarcerated. They tell you what programs you have to do in the beginning of your incarceration. So they only have two on mine. They had Voices, which Voices was a joke because it was more about pedophiles and rapists and things like that. And I've never or would never do a crime in such nature.
Facts.
Never. I've never had or would ever. But yet and still, they had me take a rehabilitation course on that. And when I stood up and tried to defend myself and told them, listen, I don't belong in this course, they had an issue and they offered me to go to SAG or me to finish the course. They also offered me another one, and it was tier two, which tier two is a mental health rehabilitation type of thing. Which, true indeed, some people might agree that I probably need some kind of mental health, right? Crazier than a bitch, but yet still, but yet still, but yet still, it was catered more towards things that don't cater to me. If you could understand what I'm talking about, they
Yeah, I
they they
feel that.
cater things to what the public views in, like in
That's more
Connecticut, right?
important.
Yeah, in Connecticut they had a Cheshire home invasion. So they were really big on home invasions and then rape because a rape was in the Cheshire home invasion. And rest in peace to the people that came out of there. I was incarcerated during that bid, and that seemed like some horrific, hellish shit. But
Yeah.
yet, still, Connecticut doesn't play about those. So everybody who does rehabilitation in Connecticut has to go with the rape thing because guess what? They're big on that because one of their top crimes is rape. So, I laugh because that's a hellish state. That's a hellish dumbass state where just think about it. How sick are the people in the head to have that? That's like their top crime. But anyways, Um,
That's
um, yeah, that
I
just
gotta check it
describes.
out. I hope that's changed. I'm about to check on that.
Yeah, that's in the top three, Jinx. That's in the top three, Jinx. Guaranteed.
Cool.
Uh, but I want us to have access to change. I want us to be able to migrate and grow even more. That's my point,
man, I'm down
and
here
that's what I
trying to
want.
tell
That's
my
what I
little
want.
young nigga to stop stepping on shit for no reason. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Everything,
like that's
every action don't cause a negative reaction. You feel me?
Absolutely, you have to think
that's
these
the
days.
You got to
These
conversation
think,
I
days,
keep
man. You got to
having with
think.
all the youth around me now. That's
Oh,
the
these kids don't
conversation.
get it.
Like it take 5 seconds to fuck up everybody's life. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
absolutely,
You
Every
took
nigga,
somebody's life.
everybody
Your
life.
life fucked up.
absolutely.
I still have nightmares. You know what I'm saying? Nigga wake up in cold sweats and shit. That shit haunts you for the rest of your life.
I
Wake
can't
up
even sleep,
choking the
bro.
bitch that's
It
next
ain't
to you in
over
the
like
bed type shit. Like,
what, nigga? Hey,
and she
y'all
ain't
already
got
know
that.
I done
Hey,
did that.
like, you feel me? She
Like
ain't got nothing
nigga,
to
like
do with it.
waking up spazzing. You know what I'm saying? Just mad, angry at the world for
Cause
no
that
reason.
dream was so real. You done relived it so like for real, for real.
Mhm.
Like whoever's next to you, listen,
Yeah,
that's
you my enemy,
crazy.
nigga.
Yo,
You
it's
my
crazy that
op.
y'all say that
PTSD.
because it's crazy that y'all say that because people don't even want to sleep next to me no more because I done punched them in the head a couple times.
Nigga,
You know what I'm
wake up
saying?
yo.
Yo, should be
PTSD.
real. Yeah, I got PTSD
Fucking
bad. I got PTSD
hey,
bad.
nigga
So
And
what it
Floyd,
this,
is.
listen,
nigga
this is
Charlie
why I
Wilson,
feel.
nigga. You know what I'm saying? Like nigga, all that.
This is why I feel that upon this so-called rehabilitation, you know what I'm saying, that they supposedly doing, I feel everybody who comes out of said incarceration should get free therapy. You know what I'm saying? Free counseling. They should have somebody on standby, you know, that's qualified in the area that can relate to many different people who they
Every
can talk to. Like I feel like that
every
helps.
camp I went to, they had me a counselor and a therapist, nigga.
You
You
know
know
what
what
I'm saying? Like,
The
but
state will
I'm saying?
give you
Both
that
of
right there. The state will give you that. What they
them. Every
need
nigga,
is
they
not the
ordered
not
me to go.
what they need is for a good, I don't know, 6 months to a year,
I
not fall
I
on their
didn't want to
ass.
go. I didn't
That's
want
it.
to go. They made me go.
right, that's
That
the
was in
point
my
that I was
that
gonna
was
say
court order.
next.
I had to
You
go.
gotta
Some states
you
do have
gotta
like
want
Hold
change.
up, hold up, hold
reintegration.
up, hold up, hold up.
Go ahead.
Everybody need, hold on. I'm gonna say everybody need to give everybody a chance to talk. Jinx, let me get that first. Tat, you next, and then let me get what you got, Tony.
Some states do have like reintegration programs and also the ability to get like medical and vouchers for housing and shit like that when you first get out. Other states will leave you right on your ass. They don't give a fuck. Like it don't matter. Here, there's a train ticket to 5 stops down. Like like you done
Right.
all. After that, like you on your own. And it really depends on support systems that you're able to find for yourself. Like I've seen people that didn't have no support systems and they got on their feet quick. I've seen people that had every support in the world given to them and they still fucked it up and ended up back
Yeah.
in no time. So it again, it all boils down to personal change and that hunger for something different.
Gotcha.
So, so to piggyback off what she was saying, that's exactly what I was going. Because, like Tony said, he didn't want the motherfucking help, so it was useless. For that shit to work, you
You
have
gotta
to
want it.
want that shit to work.
Yeah.
So whether you got the support system or not, it starts here. Perception. It starts with choices. You know what I'm saying? The choices that you're gonna make, like you have to have been sitting in that box or that can, whatever you want to call it, and you have to, like he said, he made a choice to find himself. You know what I'm saying? Like you got to make that choice to find yourself for any of that shit to even begin to work. You know what I'm saying? Otherwise, it's pointless anyway. They could give you to be honest, I just learned something. I thought that when you come out of incarceration in all the states, they give you these things. I didn't know that some states don't give you shit. Like I know that when you first come out, if you're in Florida, you first come back home, you got health care, You got motherfucking you got food
I
stamps.
think in
You
Florida
know
they
what I'm
give you
saying?
$50. I think they give you $50 at the door too in Florida.
Right,
That's it.
like they
Yeah.
give you shit like I know this. Like a motherfucker coming out of jail in Florida can do things that I can't do, and I ain't even been to prison. You see what I'm saying? Like I didn't know that that wasn't a 50 state thing. I thought everybody did that. Like you just taught me something there. I didn't know that.
Mm, it's crazy.
And
That's
depending on
news.
how you leave the facility is
Yeah.
whether you're gonna get it. Like some states, if you leave out the door of the facility, they'll give you a little bit of money or a bus ticket or something. But if you get
Mm,
transferred or you going somewhere else, they ain't giving you nothing.
yeah,
You out the
yeah.
door. That's it.
Fuck you, pay
And
me,
that's how it
right?
goes. Yeah, that's how it goes right there. Um, I do want to know what is one thing. Yeah, I'm gonna start that. What is one thing that you guys can do this upcoming week to better your situation? Just one. Just one thing. Just one thing you can do this week
Promote
upcoming.
promote my business a little bit more.
Okay. T, what do you
Yeah,
say?
I was gonna say something similar. I was gonna say I could take steps towards getting my business really off the ground. Like for those of y'all in the audience who don't know me yet, I'm at Tatman T. Um, but it could be better. It could be further. It could be up off the ground faster. I have I have the knowledge and the know how.
So
So
what's
one thing
stopping
I could do personally is stop being lazy. Stop
you?
procrastinating.
Ooh, he said it.
You know what I'm saying? Like
Ooh.
I could, you know what I'm saying? I know, like, I've been in this world for 4 decades, you know what I'm saying? So I know shit, but now I'm to the point where I know shit and it's a choice of whether or not I'm acting on shit that I know.
That's
You know what
right.
I'm saying? I ain't no fool. My mom ain't raised no fool. You know what I'm saying? I know that I could do better. But I
Got you.
also know that with things that go on in my head, you know what I'm saying? Like I tell people all the time, I work hard to be the person that they see in front of them. That smiling face, that bubbly, cheery attitude, like that shit is a work in progress every day. Cause the other side of this shit, like bro, I'm scared of it. I don't like it. I don't like it. And when people try to push me to that person, I warn them or I get the fuck away from them because that side of me is bad, bad, bad. Like probably
Yeah.
like never come home bad type shit.
Okay.
So me working on the things that I have going on mentally and personally, most people don't even know about it because I'm the person people tell their problems to. I ain't got nobody I tell my problems to. I talk to myself.
Same.
I talk to God. You know what I'm saying? That's these are the things that I do. This is real. So I don't know, man. Like I said, I could stop being lazy. I could stop procrastinating. But I ask myself every fucking day, do I want that yet? Am I ready for that yet? Like, I don't want to start something else and it just end up being me starting something else.
Okay.
So,
Tony, what is one thing, just one, that you could do this week to better your situation?
I mean, as far as like lively, living wise,
Yeah,
I
making your
could
life better.
I could go to OSHA about how the motherfuckers I work for has been working me by myself like a motherfucking Hebrew slave. You
You
know
don't
what
need to go over there,
I'm
snitch.
saying?
Let me
Yes.
snitch.
Like
You
for
go ahead.
real, you know what I'm
Shit.
saying?
Let
That's
me
might
find
help my
out.
situation. Yeah, yeah, nigga. You know
you
what I'm
gonna
saying?
be a whistleblower, my nigga? Hey, go ahead. You be a
What?
whistleblower.
Nigga, I'm gonna be the straw boss on there, nigga.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
Like,
Okay.
but nah, for real, like on some real shit though, like to better myself, you know what I'm saying? I feel like I could like give more effort to put in for my own business. You know what I'm saying? That I'm trying to start up. You know what I'm saying? I could put more effort in being more productive for myself. Elevation. You know what I'm saying?
I,
Yeah.
Instead of, you know what I'm saying, sitting around worrying and stressing about the trials and tribulations of my past, you know what I'm saying? I need to think about the benefits of my future.
Okay.
Yes.
That's how I can help
Yes.
myself.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
All right. So I'm gonna go right back to Tony on this one right here, right? When you when you look at your life, right? What's the part that you hate the most? What's the thing that you do or that you have in your life that you hate the most? And I'll tell you mine.
I mean, mine is my anger. You know what I'm saying?
Mm.
I feel like if I get upset, nigga, I'm like the Hulk, nigga. You can't stop me, bitch. I'm incredible. You know what I'm saying? I'm finna smash
True
every
story.
you know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? So I feel
This is a
like
fact.
I need to control my attitude, control my like self control. You know what I'm
I actually like my attitude. That's not the part I want to
saying?
change.
No, because you know what I'm saying. If you
That's
go
because
around
you
like,
probably still
yeah, you're still crazy, nigga.
narcissistic,
You
nigga.
What
Like,
you
know
trying to
right?
change?
Like,
What you trying to
Protects me.
change?
I think that right there protects me and keeps me right. You know what I'm saying? I like that. I
I
like
mean,
that
yeah,
right
you
there.
got to
What's
have,
the
you
one
this
got
thing
is
to
you
a
hate
have
about
wall
yourself?
you
boundaries.
built
Like,
up.
but I'm
The
saying, like,
one
far as
thing,
like
the
just
hold on,
going
hold on,
around.
fellas, hold on. I was asked a question.
It's
The
Ali's
one thing I
turn.
hate, the one thing I hate the most in my life, yo, for real, I hate the unfairness of relationships. That's the most hated thing inside my life right now.
You really
Mm,
want to talk
I
about that?
hate the
you ain't
unfair.
thinking about it
Want to
hard
talk about
enough
it.
then,
Let
because
me
if
tell
that's the
you.
most
She asked
hated
me a
thing in your
question.
life, nigga,
I'm
you
gonna
got
tell her.
work to
I'm
do.
gonna tell her that's the most hated thing
Like,
in my life right now is the
like,
unfairness and the unbalance in the
bruh,
male female relationship.
bruh, on some real shit. Only thing people have to realize is you're still two different human beings.
True,
Yeah.
true, true,
It's like
true.
I got this
But they
self.
extra
You
thirsty,
got
Tony.
this self. Me.
They extra thirsty. I'm straight with that. Anyways, next topic.
Yeah, I see how you. Hey, you see, he ran away from that shit. You ran, boy.
Therefore,
I'm talking about. He's a
Oh
runner.
my
He's a track
how
God,
star.
you
man.
like,
Hey,
oh,
bro, he
whatever.
ready to, but it's on his mind though. He need to go and clear it off.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
feel me?
No, 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 no,
You
no, no.
need
I ain't got
to.
nothing. I ain't got
Jinx.
nothing. I just threw it out there. I just threw it out there. It don't matter to me. Life is life, and people are gonna act like people act, and this shit ain't going nowhere because dudes is thirsty as hell, and they're making these women just be even thirstier, man.
Jinx, make him
Yo,
bring it
dudes
out,
is
man.
thirsty. The women is
Cause
Get him
eating
to
that thirsty
elaborate.
that's the
shit up
world, bro.
and
That's
being
the
like,
world.
some
That's
titties,
how
some ass. See it twerking. Let me see it.
Loyalty, loyalty is taken off from hidden agendas, bro.
That's true. That's true. Everybody got hidden agendas, except for some people. Like me, on the
Some
other hand, the only hidden agenda I have is boosting myself and getting myself together, and that's it. That's the
yeah,
only hidden agenda I got. All the rest of that shit, they can have that shit. I don't
yeah,
want it.
you know what I'm
I
saying?
personally, I personally believe in full disclosure. That's another thing I've learned over the past 5 years when it comes to relationships, right? So when it comes to relationships, what I've learned is, and Jinx, don't beat me up too bad for saying this. I don't know how you feel on this, but what
there
I've
you go.
learned is
Oh Lord,
if you tell women as a man, right? If you tell women the unadulterated truth
hmm.
and let them choose whether or not they want to fuck with you,
Okay,
yo,
but
you will
that
go
changes.
so
But that
much
changes when they
further,
still
yo.
that changes. They still have their own opinion of what they want you to be. So then they're
And
gonna they
opinions
they
are like
take away and hack away
assholes.
your flaws and what they don't like about you until they get you to be the little
That's a
puppet that they
woman.
want you to be.
That's a woman,
No,
bro.
not
You ain't
every
Nah,
gotta
fuck
woman.
be that.
that shit.
Not
Fuck
every
that shit.
woman.
Fuck that shit. Fuck
Listen,
that
no.
shit.
When
Fuck
two
that shit.
people come together in a healthy relationship, your baggage is coming regardless. Regardless.
Facts.
If you ain't there to help each other unpack that shit and carry that shit until you ready to let it go, then you with the wrong motherfucker.
I hear
Facts.
you. I hear you. I hear you. But I still say it. I still say she's still the woman's feng shui is everything, man. She will come inside and feng shui her ass off, and then by the time you know it, it's all a woman's feng shui in this bitch. You understand? So it just is what it
So,
is.
That's
well,
not
Right.
enough communication what I hear coming out of your
about
mouth
your
right now.
personal
T,
taste.
cut that shit out. T. Anyways, regardless to that, regardless,
Personal
niggas
space,
is
fair
crazy.
space.
Y'all
Oh
niggas is
God,
crazy.
man. What in the
Yes,
world?
sir.
So So
miss.
my question is, do you guys think that the youth are taking these relationships and going beyond with them? Like, are they taking them and molding to
Bruh,
something
Man,
new?
they not having
what
relationships. They
relationship?
having meetups. The
Yeah,
fuck?
They
nah,
have
they
it.
call it relationships,
Relations.
dog.
Relations.
Netflix and chill is a
Bruh,
relationship.
Relations.
bruh,
Not
No, fuck it ain't.
relationships. Relations.
No,
Is the
That,
difference.
thank you.
bruh.
Thank you, Jinx.
Like, I feel like
Thank
These
you.
I'm
kids don't
kind of
know nothing
glad
about no
everybody don't understand. Like,
relationships.
boy,
wish it was like that, because if it was just relationships, it would be easy for niggas.
that's all they doing, bruh. That's all these kids are doing. They going around
Nah,
telling each other.
man, they not. They still getting trapped up. It's still the same thing, Tony. Still the same thing.
Nah,
Not
James.
about
Hey,
all.
hey, hey, James got a
Night and
point
day.
right there, man. He got a
Yeah.
point. James said, "What I learned in a relationship, you cannot go into a relationship bringing hurt from the person that hurt you
Fact,
to the new relationship."
big
But
fact.
Facts.
if that's the case, it happens all the time. Women hold
Well,
grudges from shit that happened when they were kids. Men hold
But you ain't
grudges
that
from things
person
that
yeah,
that
happened when
made
they were
them
fucking
that.
kids. So if
But
that's the case, how is that even possible?
it's
Because we
baggage.
all have our own demons in us.
it's like
Even
everybody
if
don't
we
be
not,
hurt.
even if we not it, the hurt itself with you, you're still bringing those experiences with you. It helped to mold who you are. It helped to like.
Everybody
Right.
There's,
You
Right.
there's
can't
no
lose
way
that. You
around
can't
it.
lose that. You can't
Yeah,
lose
You're
that.
not,
So
but
people
you're
are
not
going to be
supposed to
holding that
lose that.
shit forever.
But you're
but
not supposed to
it's
lose
how
that.
you
You're
handle
supposed
it, and it's not about holding a grudge against that person for what someone else did. It's
right.
literally you sharing with this person what your past experience was, so they understand why it affects you the way that it does, and change how they move. It's simple,
it's
simple
like it's
math.
just like this. It's just
That's
like
Now,
this.
dictation,
now.
though. That's
I just
dictation. Now
It's
you're
not
dictating how
dictation.
the new person move because now they got to tiptoe around your issue.
No, it's
No, no,
not about
no.
tiptoeing. It's about coming to a comfortable compromise between two.
If
Is it a compromise or is one person settling?
no, listen,
oh,
listen,
it's always
listen.
gonna be a
Hold
settling.
on,
It's,
hold on.
I'm gonna agree with Tony. I'm in
First
agreement
of
with Tony.
all, first
Always
of
What
gonna be
all,
happened?
a settling.
if
It's always gonna
listen,
be a settle. Somebody's always gonna have to settle. Either
okay,
he's
but
gonna
what is a compromise?
he's gonna
What is
put
a
down his
compromise?
what?
No, because it's like if you have two dominant people, you know what I'm saying. One of them gonna have to bow down. One of them gonna have to
But
get
No,
listen,
going.
They gonna
that
have to
part
time
right
take
there.
out.
Because if
That
you
part.
both listen, no,
they
no,
gonna
no,
have
no.
to
If
take
you're both
turns.
That
trying to
part
be,
right there.
if
That
you're
part.
both trying to be
That's what I'm
dominant,
saying.
you're gonna bump heads. You're gonna collide. You know what I'm saying? It's not gonna work because you got two stubborn bulls sitting here trying to run the flock when it only takes one leader. You know what I'm saying?
You
Then
gotta
that
You
take
sounds
gotta
turns
like
to weight together.
two people
right.
that probably
They don't
shouldn't
want
be with each other.
Yeah, but see, if that's the case, then
no.
you're going all across the world with that.
Even if you stay with them, right? One of them still gonna have to settle. You know what I'm saying?
I
It's
feel like
always gonna
okay,
be a
so
settler.
can I say this? Basically what you're saying is one person because you and Al keep saying this, and I'm thinking, okay, let's break it down. Compromise, right?
That's
A
still
Yeah,
settling.
compromise.
you do this.
That's right. That's my point. So in your scenario that you just mentioned with two strong-headed, bull-headed people, right? If it's a working relationship, then you gonna settle once in a
Right.
while. She
That's
gonna
right.
settle once in a while. That's the whole purpose of compromise.
Yeah, but her
Because it's not
settling.
always gonna
Okay.
be
All right.
your way. It can't always be your way because now you're in a dictatorship. That's
Yeah.
not
I
a
got
relationship.
one
That's
question
a
for you, T.
dictator.
I got one question for you, T. I got one question for you. I heard this online the other day. This girl posted some shit like, okay, my man gave me he gave me $800 for my rent, right? She said, and then she said, oh, I gave him $100 to go get his hair cut and to go get himself groomed. All right. Do you understand the difference between the ratio here? He gave her $800. She calling it even 50-50. That's an even split to her. Okay. He gave her $800. She gave him $100 to go get his hair and shit done. But she gave him something so she feel like it's an even exchange. That's not a fucking even exchange.
Not at all. That's
Okay,
crazy.
it depends on how you value this money
You
shit.
see, you see, you see. Now
It depends
everything
on
has
how
a
you
value in
value
this
But
money.
world.
you're still
Everything, even
settling.
your
That's
efforts and work,
Perspective.
have value in this world.
It's perspective, bro, because
Nah,
I
see,
can
that's a
have
settler. That's a settler.
listen, bro,
There's always a
listen.
reacher and a settler in every
Right.
situation.
And like I said, in order to be in a positive, a thriving relationship, you're gonna have to compromise. You're gonna have to
That's a
settle
big
for shit.
compromise, buddy.
You're
That's
gonna
a
have
big
to settle for
compromise.
shit.
Do
But
that
again,
five
it goes
times in a
back.
row.
But listen,
It goes back. It goes back to where your perspective lies, because perspective is reality. You change your perspective, you change your reality. I've learned that shit over the past few years as
and
well
lower
too.
your
You
standards.
feel me? So if
Yeah,
perspective is
go, Tony, I'm with
reality,
that.
if perspective is reality, my nigga, you gonna compromise. If you in a relationship that you want to work. If you don't want to be in a relationship, then goddamn it, don't be in a fucking relationship.
Yeah, but what relationships require is unfairness. It
That's
becomes a lopsided affair.
You know what I'm saying?
if the
That's what
relationship is
loyalty.
feeling unfair, then it's definitely not the relationship for you.
Yeah,
That's
see,
just
then you're saying millions of relationships ain't for that person. Then
well, then millions of people are settling right now, and that shit is sad and that shit is scary. That's
that's what's
not what
going on.
relationships are supposed to be about.
But on
So if
another
you
That's
note,
what
find
it is in
yourself in
2023.
one
What you
like
say,
that,
Tony?
then
Let me
you
get that.
you gotta get out of it.
True.
agreeing with T on another note, though, you know what I'm saying? That's where loyalty comes in at. Because it's not about what you get, it's about, you know what I'm saying, if they did it from the heart. You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
You feel
Was
me?
it genuine?
Was
Maybe
it
she didn't
Yeah,
have
she
$800, nigga. Maybe she gave him her last $100.
He gave her 1,000.
Because everybody don't got it like that, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Everybody ain't able, you feel me?
That's my point. Maybe she gave this nigga her last $100. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Maybe he got
Instead of
10 bands to throw her
He just
800
gave
for
her
her rent.
800.
But I'm
It ain't
saying,
her
But
last
maybe he
100.
got it like
got
that.
it. That ain't
Maybe
hurting
he
him.
got it.
Hold
That
up.
might have hurt
It's
her.
still tricking even if you got it, nigga.
Nah,
It's still
man.
tricking even if you got
But
it.
I'm saying, bro.
See?
You know what I'm
Nah,
saying?
man.
A gift from the heart.
That mentality dead.
It don't matter.
That's
Nah,
that old shit.
these new niggas that made it so that paying for pussy is a virtue. That shit is
No.
trash. That
First
shit
of
is
all,
trash. I
any
just worked for this
Listen,
white man
bro.
right here for 4 hours and made $23 an hour, and she charging me $150 for 45 minutes. The fuck is that?
dumbass niggas. That's what the fuck that is.
Shit,
However,
like,
in every relationship,
if she buy you something, is she paying for the dick?
thank you. That's what I was just finna say. Everybody paying for it.
Yo, nigga ain't worth $2 in this world, my nigga, unless you dealing with some fat chick with green shit coming out of the pussy.
Boy, it's a whole new world out here. Boy, these girls is out here paying niggas left and right. What are you talking about?
Just being honest here.
Yeah, but your honesty is skewed from a past life.
Look halfway decent with ass and titties and all that. The 1,000 niggas is coming at rarely is gonna give you some money, man.
Listen,
you rarely
bro.
ever gonna get money from that, bro.
I
It's
swear to
possible.
God, it's not.
It's possible, but like I said,
I've seen
more
it.
times than none, you gonna pay for that.
I've seen women out here shelling it out.
Yeah, I have too.
Niggas the
I
bread.
have too. I seen it. I seen it, and
So-
that's a
so
rarity for
according
women
to-
to do it, though.
According to your analogy, right? According to your analogy,
Yeah, get it to me.
everybody tricking around this bitch. You know what I'm saying? In every relationship you're in, you're tricking.
Yeah, you
because
are. Relationship is
now-
pure trick.
Now niggas is taking turns with the dates. They
Relationships
take
is pure
turns with
trick.
the dates. It used to be men out here just with the, oh, can I take you out? Let me get you a corset.
Who's
some
taking
shit.
turns with this?
Nigga, that's what I'm. Every fucking body, nigga.
For women and buying this and that, I'm like, well, you know what I'm saying? Vice versa.
So what you're saying is men are no longer having to take the having to step up and take the woman out anymore. She's doing it automatically.
They taking you out too, son. Blame Steve Harvey. He told him to think like a man, nigga.
How many women took you out on a date and paid for it?
Me?
Yeah. Let me ask you, how many women took you out?
You want a real number or like
make up shit? That was some real
an
shit.
estimate or some shit like that? Because the fuck, like nigga. Put it like this: I haven't had money in the past 2 weeks, and I ain't missed a meal.
That's true. Okay, I'm not saying cook you. I'm not saying cook you at home. I'm talking about some.
Nigga, I'm not saying about cooking either. I'm talking about motherfucking taking me to eat, taking me to do this. taking me. You know what I'm saying? Like this shit is. I'm telling you, boy. I feel like Ariel right now. It's a whole new world. I'm trying to tell you.
There is
Oh,
legit many women that will gladly pay for the date.
I get it. I get it. But first roll though, nah, that ain't happening.
man, come
It
on,
depends.
Shit.
It depends on who asked who, and it depends on who picked the location.
Okay, all right, maybe so. But
Depends on
Listen,
how
from
people
my
my
feel,
knowledge,
really.
from my
You know what I'm saying?
understanding, when a nigga want to take a broad out and she fly, hey, yo, he paying that bill.
and it's the same. Listen. It's the same way in the other side nowadays. That's all I'm trying to get you to see.
Yeah,
I get it. I get it. I get what you saying. I get what you saying. But
my
on a
girl
real
be
nigga
buying
note,
top night plate.
nah, they still want that bread.
I mean, shit. On the real nigga note, shit, you still want that bread too.
They'll pay for you a dinner, right? But you gonna pay 3 dinners after that in the room.
But
Oh
it's like
man,
this. It's
I've
like this,
seen that
bro.
too, but
Hold on, on some real nigga shit.
At
You
the
know what
end
I'm
of the
saying?
day,
It
what's
it
all
up?
boils down to it. You
All
just have
right.
to change your view of what you're looking for. Then you'll
Yeah.
change what you're trying to.
Got you. I got you. I
that's
got
right.
you. I got
Perspective.
you. I
Thank
Yeah,
you,
got
my
you.
brother.
yeah.
I thank
That's
you.
all
I
I've been
thank you
saying the
guys. I
whole
thank
show.
you guys for being here. I thank you guys for showing up for the show. I enjoyed this. I enjoyed this show. I hope you guys did too. Um,
I went to bird.
Hey,
I
this
went to
show
the
right
bird.
here
y'all
gonna have a
wonderful.
spin-off show
Y'all
about fucking
wonderful.
relationship. Shout
Thank
out to the
you.
Gag Order. Shout
Thank
out to
you.
everybody that
Gag
came
order. You know
along,
what I'm
man.
saying?
Gag Order. We in here, man. Tap Man T. Holla at me.